Clara thought she knew the man she loved. For 5 years, John had been her best friend, her partner, and the man she planned to marry. He comforted her when life felt heavy. He promised her a future full of honesty and love. But one cold night in Chicago, Clara would discover that the man she trusted the most was the one who would betray her in the worst way possible. And what happened after that night would change both of their lives forever. Clara met John on a warm summer afternoon at a small coffee shop in downtown Chicago. She was sitting near the window with her laptop, trying to finish a work project when John accidentally spilled his coffee on her table. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," he said quickly, grabbing napkins. Clara laughed. "It's okay. At least it didn't spill on my laptop." John smiled nervously. That small accident turned into a conversation. The conversation turned into dinner. And dinner slowly turned into a relationship that lasted 5 beautiful years. John was charming, funny, and ambitious. He always knew how to make Clara smile. When Clara lost her father 2 years into their relationship, John stayed by her side. "You're not alone," he whispered while holding her hand. "I'm always going to be here." Clara believed him with her whole heart. She trusted him completely. 2 years later, John proposed. It happened on a rooftop overlooking the Chicago skyline. The city lights sparkled below them as John went down on one knee. "Clara," he said softly, "will you marry me?" Tears filled her eyes. Yes. It was the happiest moment of her life. They began planning their future together. They moved into a beautiful apartment. Clara worked as a marketing manager, while John ran a growing tech startup. Life felt perfect. Or at least, that's what Clara believed. A few months before their wedding, John began acting differently. He started coming home late. He began hiding his phone. And whenever Clara asked about his day, his answers became shorter. At first, Clara ignored it. Work stress, she told herself. Running a business wasn't easy. But one evening, something happened that Clara could not ignore. John was in the shower when his phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. Clara glanced at the screen. A message appeared. "I miss you already. Last night was amazing, Rachel." Clara's stomach dropped. Her hands began to shake. Rachel? She had never heard that name before. For a moment, Clara tried to convince herself it was nothing. Maybe Rachel was just a coworker. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. But deep inside, she knew something was wrong. Slowly, Clara unlocked the phone. What she saw shattered her heart. Dozens of messages. Photos. Plans to meet again. This was not a misunderstanding. John had been secretly seeing another woman for months. Clara felt like the ground had disappeared beneath her feet. 5 years. 5 years of love, trust, and loyalty. And John had destroyed